I'm going to answer a number of COVID questions today. First question is this. So this was sent to me. Is it okay to feel conflicted and uncertain about what it all, COVID-19, means? The way I respond to that is that faith is not a lack of doubt. If you have faith, it doesn't mean you don't have doubt as well. In fact, it also doesn't mean you don't have fear or anger or all kinds of other emotions. As humans, we're going to experience these things because faith is different from those emotions. Faith is believing that God will do for you what he said he would do for you. That's what faith is all about. Some of you may have heard the saying before that God doesn't have any grandchildren. He basically only has children. It's because the relationship you have with God is between you and him. So as you have that relationship, you are still going to experience fear and anger and doubt and all kinds of other things, all kinds of emotions, but that doesn't negate the relationship you have with God or your faith. King David's life is a good example of this. King David got involved in all kinds of things he shouldn't have gotten involved in, all kinds of sin and failures, even had someone killed. And yet he was still considered to be a man of faith because although he did things he shouldn't do, his direction was towards God. He believed that God would do what he said he would do for him. Another example from the Old Testament is the life of Abraham. And sometimes he's called the father of faith. But he doubted. I mean, he literally doubted that God was going to come through for him. But in the end, God did come through. So he had faith despite the doubt that he was experiencing. So it's understandable that some of us would feel conflicted and uncertain about what's going on. That conflict and that the feeling of uncertainty is normal. But at the same time, we have to look to God and basically choose to believe. It's kind of a matter of the will. I will choose to believe what God is going to do. Because really, faith is more of a direction than it is a destination. Faith is saying, I'm going to turn my face to work what God wants. And all of these things may be happening around me. And yes, many of them may be bad. And I may be experiencing many emotions on my own. But I'm going to go in the direction that God is leading, and I will follow him wherever that happens to be.